Alright, welcome back to my favorite place on planet Earth, the Brawl Star Reddit. Now, today is different because I've handpicked a bunch of posts that I either think are funny or interesting as a conversational topic that I would like to conversate about. Now, of course, if you guys are enjoying these videos, then just make sure you use code nubs. That is the only thing I will ask of you, so thank you to everybody using code nubs. Now, the reason I want to talk about this post here is because I give it like a 99% chance that this happens. Like, this isn't really something that we talk about very often, I feel like. Maybe some creators do, but here we don't really talk about like what future events are going to come to Brawl Stars, more just like the collabs and stuff, but they have done this 100 whatever thing like more than once, I'm pretty sure. So going off the idea that the last one was pretty beneficial to them, I would assume that they would try it again. And it's either going to be with a currency or a drop that comes with a future collab, which definitely could be the case. But if it's not the case, then I give it like an actually 99% chance that this does happen, where you get like 100 free chaos drops, and they're just so bad, it's so rare to get something out of them that most players will gain like 0.1% progression on their account. I feel like that's kind of what happens with most of these events, but then some players just get like absolutely loaded if they get really lucky. But that brings me to a certain point that Kairos made in his big video. I'm not sure how many of you guys watched the whole thing, but he did make this point where essentially Supercell games and a lot of games, they have like a strict economy, especially if they are games that have like progression that you can pay for. They have like strict economies as to what people are given for free. So if they were to do like a big event like this, it would take away from everything else you're possibly able to get in the game. Like if they weren't doing any events, the normal game would have more resources for you to get, but they save resources to give to the players for these events because the events like drive in more players. It's like an influx of resources basically. So you can do what you want with that knowledge, but I'm essentially just trying to say if there ever is an event like this, the reason why they do it is because it brings a lot of players into the game, right? And if you miss the event, you're gonna miss out on a big chunk of resources because obviously that's what this is. But yeah, so if you miss it, this is like resources that you will never get back because it takes away from the overall pool. But it's like the pool is made the way it is because these are in mind. So essentially, do not miss these. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. So when they do this, when they inevitably do the 100 chaos drop event or whatever the next one is, you gotta make sure you do it if you plan on playing this game again, essentially. Because with enough events like that, which have already happened plenty of times, this is what you get as the default progression in the game. You get stuff like tail reward, like 1 chaos drop, or 19 gems for another chaos drop. If there's one thing I will ever tell the player base of this game, it is to not spend your gems on things like this. It may not seem like a big amount of gems, but it's just trying to like kind of scam you because you are like, it adds up. If you do it multiple times, it adds up. Suddenly you bought 2 chaos drops 10 times and you're down like 200 gems, you know, like it's just not good. Don't do that. If anything, I would save up your free-to-play gems for like a skin that you really want or a really beneficial offer that comes in the shop. I'm sure a lot of other people will tell you that because that's like the good advice. Like that is what you should be doing with your gems. But if you want to spend them on 2 chaos drops, then go for it. I'm just telling you what's the most beneficial thing for your account. So yeah, go for it if you want. Did anyone else get this? So I've never seen this before. This is like brand new to me, so I want to read this. Donation of 483 gems recently. Recently, you and Supercell entered into a settlement agreement to resolve a legal dispute. In accordance with that settlement agreement, we are depositing these gems into your account. Should you have any questions regarding this deposit or any other aspects of the settlement agreement, we encourage you to contact your attorneys in this matter. So that's confusing because this top comment kind of sums it up. Bro sued Supercell and forgot about it. So I'm assuming that what happened is like their area, their country, whatever, got into a legal thing and they won in some aspect, so then their players got gems, maybe just based on what they bought in the past. Maybe it has to do with the price changes. I'm assuming that's what it has to do because you guys know that the prices of Supercell games, like their stuff has changed based on the country that you're in. In a lot of countries it was lowered. So I'm assuming that's what this is about, but I don't know for sure. I don't know any of the details. That's just like top of the brain what I'm thinking. So that is my idea, but we might actually have the answer here. It was a settlement regarding the use of in-game currency for Gacha rewards. Apparently, I'll receive a refund for the money I spent on gems too. Curious to see if anyone else receives compensation and what their payouts are. Okay, interesting. Well, that's what it's really about. I guess my assumption was incorrect. That does make sense though, because certain areas in the world have much different rules about gacha and gamba, so that makes perfect sense too. Hashtag bring back the conversion sale. So, you know, what I find interesting about this, and I know I'm gonna yap a little bit, all right? I've mentioned this a billion times. I've mentioned this so many times. We don't need PowerPoints. Brawl Stars does not need PowerPoints, because this is like what happens. If you have a discrepancy in one of the resources, they have to find ways to give players more of that one resource. When PowerPoints are used for, like, I don't know, coins are used for everything, bro, except for a couple things. But overall, I think coins are just given to players more, but players are able to stock up PowerPoints more often. More specifically, like maxed out players or players who are kind of done or near done leveling up their brawlers, they're able to stock up PowerPoints a lot more, even though it's slower. It's a slower process, but like, I don't know. I just feel, even with buffies, I feel like PowerPoints still don't really serve a purpose in the game. Like, they could easily just remove them and then convert them to coins and then just base everything on coins. Like, personally, I don't see what is wrong with that. Like, I think it would just make the game simpler. It would remove this useless resource we call PowerPoints, and then we'd still be short on resources, but at least it would just be one type instead of two. I don't know. This is just crazy. Snipers in other games versus snipers in Brawl Stars. I mean, low-key, I kind of prefer the snipers in Brawl Stars. We got teeth. We got a bow and arrow. We got an umbrella. I mean, Piper's weapon is honestly kind of sick. I don't know. I guess that's Pierce with like the Nerf gun. Candy Cane, a bee, which is bee. Yeah, she shoots bees. And then I'm assuming this is Brock. What are some other ones? Because they said they didn't include every marksman. Let me go look. Okay, you know what? I think Belle is the most normal one. She just has like a weapon. So yeah, but Nani has electricity. All right. Mandy literally has candy, like hard candy. Okay. Janet has vocal cords. I don't really know what she even, and then Angelo is the same as Bo. Bo isn't even a mark. Oh wait, that's Angelo. Yo. And then Macy uses, I believe, a fire extinguisher. So you gotta credit Brawl Stars for being creative with what they do for these brawlers. They could just give them all weapons, but that's boring. We need more teeth and pea guns. No, we don't. Okay, this post caught my attention because I don't think it's accurate. Because okay, looking here, the pee-pee has surpassed the poo-poo in terms of popularity. So I was like, really? Because I don't think it did. Like last month, Clash Royale still like quadrupled Brawl Stars' revenue, and I read a post from Frank saying that that's not like how all the stats work, and I think that none of this is actually accurate. I think that Supercell is the only one who has the real stats, but we just got to go off what we can go off because we don't have the real stats. We just have what the internet shows us, and it's multiple different things that are saying multiple different things. So I'm gonna show you guys what I saw, because I was like, this doesn't seem right, but there are multiple things that you can look at for this. So it could be like depending on the area, depending on whatever. We're just gonna look through this a little bit ourselves. Okay, so this is what mine says, and if this is confusing to you, allow me to explain for a sec. All right, so essentially the red bar, so higher is better. Okay, the red one is Clash Royale, the blue one is Brawl Stars. So higher is better. Clash Royale is currently doubling Brawl Stars at the moment. Clash Royale's still at their peak, but they're going down. Brawl Star has been, oh wait, it's lower than, wait, is this, wait, when is this? Hold on, let me just double check here. All right, that's more like it. So now we, okay, it was at the past day. Now we're at the past 90 days. So we can see Clash Royale spike. Brawl Stars hasn't really moved for a while. If we bring it up to like the past 12 months, we can see even more. And yeah, Brawl Stars is just like, it's not moving. It's stagnated basically, and it's going a little bit down still. But there are different metrics that you can look at. And again, this is not completely accurate, but it's more of a reflection of people who, as you could see on the top, search term. This is people searching Brawl Stars on YouTube. So YouTube for Brawl Stars has been dead for a while, and it's really only getting worse for us, unfortunately. But hey, it's up from its lowest, which was 16. We're just back at 18, going back down to it. So maybe we'll get a sick update next to bring it back, hopefully. But if we change it to the video game, there's online game and video game. I don't know. I think they're the same tag. This is where the post is. This is what that post is showing. So in terms of players, according to Google Trends, Brawl Stars is catching up to Clash Royale. So what this basically means is that Clash Royale is a way better game to watch than Brawl Stars is, because Clash Royale is way up there in terms of search results, and then Brawl Stars and Clash Royale are basically tied, according to this, in terms of player base, which makes sense because a lot of the players who play Brawl Stars still aren't really at the age where they even watch YouTube, and or they are and they just don't care to watch it because there's nothing interesting to make videos on in this game anymore. I think this makes perfect sense. I think it reflects everything amazingly. Honestly, like, I think it really reflects it. Even if it's not perfectly accurate, from what we have, it is accurate to what's going on. Like, a lot of Brawl Stars people are having to move on because they don't have a better choice. Like, it's getting bad for us. Like, we're moving on. All right, broken record. I've said that a million times, but that post interested me because I haven't really looked this deep into the Google Trends thing in a while. So yeah, I just wanted to see that. Okay, this post is on that topic, and normally I would try and skip posts like this, but it interested me because I feel like it's a joke. It probably is, but I want to read it. I didn't read it, but this SpongeBob screenshot with all of this text got 3 awards and 2,400 upvotes. I feel like I have to read it out loud, so we're gonna read it together. Ever since the young age of 26, I have always played Brawl Stars in my mother's basement. My favorite skin was that one skin with that one brawler I forgot. I will cherish the times my wife's boyfriend bought me the battle pass with the diamonds or something. But recently, this game has changed for the worst. It just doesn't suit me anymore, main. Like, I feel like I'm trapped in a self-evident truth that we call life, and like, no matter how much money I throw at the game, it will never entertain me like the way Garfield be eating all that lasagna. All right. I know you guys miss me already, but I know with time and reconciliation you'll get over it. Yours truly, Stone Cold Steve Austin. You know, I see why this got 3 rewards. Reddit awards, I love them. I feel like the comments make it even better though. Directly highlights why we remove rants. They're repetitive and no one really cares unless you actually provide interesting ideas on how you fix the game. Do they really do that in the Reddit though? Do they really do that? Never. They don't do that. From all of the Reddit videos I've made, there have been like 2 actually helpful posts. Sue me. In before the mods remove it. Which rule does it break? Rule 5, I assume. This is a joke post, so I don't know if it counts. What is rule 5? Rule 5 is repetitive reposts and low effort posts will be removed. That is 90% of the Reddit. Okay, whatever. It's a specific tier of repetitive reposts, I guess. But this one, bro, if this post gets removed, I'm gonna riot. This one's hilarious. But all right, sorry for scarring you with the scary smoking SpongeBob, whatever. If you guys enjoyed this video, use code NUBS. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good night, guys. Tell me if I should just handpick posts from here on out, because it's kind of funny. All right, bye.